Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a new testing video here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Destiny Gundam, which is not only our banner suit for this week, but is our newest AU mobile suit added to GBO2. I believe both the Steam and console versions of GBO2 got this suit at the same time this week, so in terms of the console GBO2, this is going to be our third AU mobile suit we have gotten, following the Endless Waltz versions of the Wing Zero and the Tall Geese 3. And for me personally, this is the first AU suit that I have gotten, so I'm really excited to be taking a look at it here because the trailer made it look really good and like a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll take a look at it here and see what this suit has to offer. And starting off with our basic details here, the Destiny Gundam is a 700 cost general unit. It is usable on both ground and space. For your mobile suit stats, you do have a mobile suit HP of 23,000. You have 20 ballistic, 26 beam, and 32 melee resistance. You have 33 range strength and 37 melee strength. You have 140 movement speed, 225 top speed, 80 thruster gauge, and 84 turning speed. And for your part slots, you have 19 close, 21 mid, and 12 long range slots. You have a melee priority of 2. You have space compatibility, so you get extra benefits when using the suit in space. And this suit is a 4-star, so really liking the overall stats here because it looks like you have a nice balance with the range and melee strength, just kind of going a bit more into melee there. And you do have that high melee resistance of 32, so stats for the suit are looking pretty promising. Moving on to the weapons here, our main primary is going to be the high energy beam rifle. This is a beam weapon with 2,900 power, a 75% heat rate, and 350 range, and this suit is capable of being focused, which only takes 1 second to get it to focus. So really nice stats there for the beam rifle. For our main melee weapon, we have the Arendite beam sword. This is 3,300 power with a cooldown time of 2 seconds, which is less than the typical melee weapon. And this weapon is compatible with both the aerial melee system and max performance S skills. Moving on to the sub-weapons, we have the 17.5mm CIWS ×2, which I know is like a pretty standard pair of higher level Vulcans. You have the high energy L range beam cannon. This is 3,700 power with an 85% heat rate and 400 range. This is also capable of being focused, and it can be used while mid-air. Next, we have the Palmer Fiacina Palm B cannon. This is an ammo-type beam weapon, which has 5,000 power, 1 ammo, and 10 meters range. Fires a beam cannon directly from the palm, dealing damage without losing power. So, very interesting looking weapon here, since it means you'll have to be pretty much right up on somebody to land the hit with this, but yeah, that is a ammo-type beam weapon. Next, we have the FE Beam Boomerang ×2 Throne. These are considered melee weapons with 1,900 power, 2 ammo, and 300 range. And you can also use these while mid-air as well. And then we have the SF Beam Shield Generator, which is a small-size beam shield with a power of 2,500. You do have 5,500 shield HP, a cooldown time of 2.5 seconds, and a overheat of 20 seconds. And I'm going to assume this has all of the standard beam shield gimmicks we see with like the F91 suits and things like that. Moving on to the skills here, we have Emergency Evasion System level 3, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, High Performance Thruster Control System level 3, Fall Prevention System, Glide Structure level 3, Melee Composite System, which gives you 2 melee attacks, High Spec Ambac level 2, Maneuver Armor, Aerial Melee System level 2, Flat Booster level 2, Immobile Fire System, Special Back Add-on Buffer, High Performance Counter Program level 2, and I should mention the add-on buffer is level 3. And then we have some new skills here, first being the Variable Phase Shift Armor. When post-landing or post-high-speed movement leg overload occurs, or when attacked by ballistic range weapons, damage and stagger caused by cumulative damage are reduced. If the head, legs, or back are attacked, there's an additional reduction in damage. Next we have the Hyper-Deuterium engine. When an ally beacon is within a 300-meter radius, and your unit is not attacking, thruster recovery and thruster overheat recovery speeds will increase. This skill only applies when a pilot is on board the mobile suit and its radar has not been jammed. And finally we have Max Performance S. This activates automatically when the HP goes under 50%, but only once, full restoring HP for all parts. When activated, attack power and mobility are boosted for 80 seconds, and the offense system level 1 skill is provided. Also, a reduction is made in thruster consumption when starting high-speed movements, while damage is taken and stagger due to cumulative damage during high-speed movement are reduced. The performance of skill-compatible weapons will be altered, and when moving forward at high-speed movement while a compatible weapon is selected, an assault stance is taken, staggering and damaging all enemies collided with. This nullifies all reactions except for knockback due to cumulative damage only at the point of skill activation. So yeah, definitely these three skills here, these new ones, are going to be especially what we're looking at here for testing, but yeah, that's everything for the stats and weapons. And just pulling up the mobile suit explanation if you want to pause and read through that. The suit is from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. And without further ado, let's take it to port base. Make sure the room is 700. And yeah, a lot of weapons and skills here. That first segment is probably going to be quite lengthy, but I do usually leave timestamps for my videos for the stats and the testing, so if you do want to come straight to the testing portion here, you always can. But here we are on port base. Really like how the wings open up there when you are boosting. That is a really nice detail there. But starting off with the main range weapon, doing a normal fire will give us a regular stagger. And if we do a charge, we will get a much quicker rapid fire, which looks like it does take 2 shots with the charge to get a stun. And we'll try it against the GPO2. Yeah, so pretty good for getting a stun here. We do have the beam sword with our side to side. And then we do have a neutral into downswing. And yeah, the downswing for this is capable of doing a multi-hit, kind of like the heat blades that, like some of the, not Advances Zeta, actually yeah, Advances Zeta, like those suits have. So yeah, you do get a continuous hitting downswing, and you can use this while mid-air. So it's going to be really nice if you pair this with Flat Booster and you want to like come down on somebody. So yeah, really, really interesting there. Moving on to the Vulcans. They do have a pretty fast stagger accumulation, and like most Vulcans, you can use them while boosting. Next we have the Mega Beam Launcher, and yeah, it does do a normal stagger if you fire it uncharged. Firing it charged, you do get that continuous beam. I'll make sure to use that beam again on some of the targets. Actually, we'll go there right now just to try and get some more accurate damage numbers with the charge beam there, especially since this weapon is capable of piercing, I believe. So we'll be able to get damage numbers on both the general and the support, hopefully. Might be able to yeah, probably gonna only hit the general at this stance, but yeah, low 3000 there after hitting the shield. We'll try that again in a bit just to see, on a shieldless target and get the full number there. But we do have the beam palm, and yeah, you have to be up close to use it, but it does knock over a target, which is really interesting. I'm assuming it will do this to any, like, mobile suit. Like, so if somebody's trying to boost towards you, you might be able to whip this out and get them with it. I'm assuming this like goes straight through like maneuver armor and things like that, so a really interesting weapon because again, you do have to be right up on somebody to really use this, but yeah, seems interesting there. We do have the double beam boomerang, which yeah, work like the Moon Gundams, butterfly knives, you can also use these while in midair, and you can guide them as well. So, really nice there. And then we have a beam shield, which, yeah, again, pretty much does like the normal beam shield kind of things we see with the F91 suits. Let's see, we'll do the mid-air charge with the... There we go. Actually, it looks like there may have been a special jump there. Let's see, we'll do the full charge. Okay, you actually get like a little special animation there if you do the full charge there, which is really nice. Yeah, it's actually really interesting that you get like a full-blown like special animation just for the jump. I actually did not, you know, figure this suit would have that. Let's see, we'll finish off the GPO1, and we'll do the thing with the point first. We'll capture the point and see what that does in terms of the thrusters. So yeah, we'll do a boost. And yeah, it does say we have the Deuterion beam, and our, you know, thrusters are recovering much faster than usual. So I can see this being really good if, like, you know, you're able to capture points or your team captures points. I can see this being really good on some maps, especially like military base where like some of the points are like in buildings and whatnot. That could be a really good way of, like, you know, planning where to position yourself. So that seems like that could have some really nice uses there. And let's see, we will set our HP to 500 and we'll try out the max performance. And yeah, doing the downswing here, as you can see, we do pretty much have what looks like a heavy attack animation. And yeah, pretty much heavy attack damage as well, and you can follow that straight up. So yeah, instead of the charging beam, you do have that instead. We do have the sword coming in front here to act as a melee, so we'll try to get some damage here. Looks like it might do like a flat 3000. So yeah, pretty similar to a heavy attack, but it just looks like it doesn't go through shields, which is probably a really good thing there, but yeah. And then you can also use this while midair. Yeah, that does a lot of melee damage, so let's see, we'll try to get some damage off on the raid, and then we'll just try to get some like base damage numbers on the Gebera Tetra here. So starting off with the Ram. Yeah, it looks like it does like a flat 3000 downswing. And then we'll do it again. Yeah, finish off the Gebera there. And then we'll try to get some numbers for the Gebera just with the normal weapons here. Yeah, almost 4000 with the beam rifle. And then going for a downswing. Yeah, you get like almost like over 12,000 there. So yeah, it seems like it's going to be a really good suit when it comes to the melee. Let's see, we'll do some... Actually, let's see, where's the disable destruction? We will force the tackle just to see what the animations are. So normally you would have the palm, and if we are at 50 or below, we will get the saber counter there. So yeah, looks like the Destiny Gundam here. Yeah, you get some really nice things with this suit. Definitely looks like they want to have like an emphasis on like partially the mid-air combat, because again, like you do have the charging weapons here. You can go for that, and then try to go for that. That was a pretty bad position there to try and be in to use that attack, but yeah, you get some... Yeah, you get some nice benefits. Like again, if you're near a point, you can get the extra recovery for your thrusters if you're not attacking. And with that max output skill, even though it's limited, like you can get some really good damage numbers off with the melee and everything, and even just the base melee, like just that charging rapid hits. Yeah, this thing can really do a number on Mobile Suit. The one thing I can see with this though is that the melee might be more on the predictable end. Like if you see a Destiny Gundam and maybe they're going straight for the downswing and like they're a distance enough from you that you can counter, it could be a pretty easy counter to do, but I can definitely see this being a bit annoying if like somebody gets caught off guard and you suddenly get hit by the lunging downswing. So yeah, really liking what they have here for the Destiny. Looks like a really fun suit, and again, has some very interesting gimmicks going on for it here. We'll view the boarding animation, and you know, kind of wrap things up. So you do one more like attack with the charge there. We'll do like some last damage numbers on the... We'll go to the Gabera over here. Wow, that diffusion beam has a radius. Oh man, that probably would be really good on like smaller maps to have. But yeah, Falcons, Beam, Palm, that. Yeah, looks like, again, really nice suit overall. So, yeah, this is really... Let's see, try to get closer. Yeah, yeah, you can be a pretty far distance from it to really get that to activate. But yeah, I think that's going to be everything I have to say here for the Destiny Gundam. Again, looks like it's going to be a really fun 700 suit. It has some really interesting gimmicks going on for it. And again, like, view the animation one more time. Yeah, you get some like interesting sound effects too, which I think was the same case with the Wing and the Tall Geese 3. They had like their own sound effects for them. But yeah, really excited to try this suit in some matches. Again, from what I'm seeing right here, it looks like it's going to be a really fun and a really good 700 suit. As usual, it's just going to be more of a case of when we actually take it to 700 to see how it will actually perform. But yeah, that's everything I have for this testing video here. Comment what... Oh, God, messed that up. Comment down below what you think about the Destiny Gundam. A bit of a fumble there, but you know, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.